Alright, I'm really psyched here. We got a pretty cool opportunity here thanks to our friends over at Magpul. And what we're looking at here is one of my first Magpul mags. In fact, this is my first Magpul mag that I ever had. It's actually kind of destroyed. This is a standard one that I bought at the store the other day. And this one, which I'm not going to smack with my bayonet, is a new Gen 3 Magpul magazine. And these aren't out yet. This is still a prototype, so I'm sure it might change a little bit from this. But I thought I might take a look at the three together. So first let's pull this one out of the packaging. And you can see, like all Magpul products, 100% made in the USA. This is a standard 30 round magazine for the AR and AR series rifles. And they come like this in a simple plastic bag. Freshness. That's what they look like when they're brand new. So let's take a look at my first one. Now this one is kind of destroyed. I lost the follower already. When we first got these magazines, they first came out, Magpul was around, but they were not established as they are now. And we wanted to see what it could take. So I'm not kidding around. I really abused this one. And it took a lot to break this magazine. I can't say that we have one video where we destroyed it, because I didn't just take a hammer to it and destroy it, which obviously is possible. But instead, over the length of maybe 6 months it took to get this bad, and I've even used it since then. You can still cram a follower in there, cram it up into a mag well, and it works just fine. It's just that it's all cracked at the top here, and you really can't tape it because then it won't fit in the mag well anymore. But once you cram it into a mag well, it stays all nice and works just fine. So it's actually still a working mag. But it's a good representation of the first generation, or the first series of PMAGs, and the easiest way to tell is from the floor plate. They call this thing the top impact cover, and it sort of just goes on the top of the mag there. It pushes the rounds down just a bit so that the lips stay nice and fresh, and if you drop it or something, it's going to protect the top of your magazine. Now the first ones did have these, and I'm sure this thing will fit right on there. The difference is that in the beginning, although they would fit on the top like that, they didn't have anywhere to fit on the bottom. And on this more modern generation of it, or newer generation of it, it has a place to stow the top cover on the bottom of the floor plate there, and that actually gives it a little extra protection if it falls, or if it falls when it's loaded, which is what matters. It also protects the floor plate. So in any case, there's what the follower looks like on a PMAG, and a standard PMAG that we see today. It doesn't really have too much going on right here at the bottom of the mag well, or where it would insert into the rifle. It's fairly smooth, and then it's got sort of a large floor plate there. The new one's a little bit different. It does have a place here on the back to kind of fill in the gap around the mag well so dust and dirt can't get up in there. It's got a little bit of texture to it, a little bit more texture than they had. The biggest difference though is the bottom doesn't have as much swell on the floor plate there. The floor plate's designed a little bit differently. Now I don't have the top cover, but you can see the top cover would still fit on there. Oops, gotta put it on the right way. The top cover would still fit on there, and the new top covers will also fit on the bottom. Another difference is they give you some room here at the bottom to mark your magazines. A lot of us label our magazines so we don't lose them when we're at classes and things like that. And they give you a place to do that on the bottom and on both of the sides. And then another big difference is up at the top here for the scars. They're cut out already so that they don't have that problem that the scars have with the bolt and hitting the top of the receiver. Now, of course, there's going to be some differences over time. This one gives you a little warning about how to use the top impact cover. Gives you a little information about Magpul. And over here it still says patent pending. This one doesn't quite look the same. And you got a little bit less writing up there. And then, of course, this new one is also a prototype, so it says US and foreign patents pending. And cage number. They've all got the little number up there, it says 556 by 45. All very well made. Now this one was given to me by somebody who'd been using it for quite a while, doing some stress testing on it. Hopefully they're going to be coming out not too far in the future here. Really looking forward to them. Some of the other polymer mags that have come out have a lot more, let's say, stuff going on down here. And I like the idea of these being able to go in and out of a pouch relatively easily still. So we'll be shooting this thing quite a bit and letting our friends use it and seeing how well they work. So far the feedback is pretty good. A lot of people actually like the beveled or the kind of larger floor plates because it's a little easier to get out of a chest pouch or something. But I don't have a problem with it being a little smoother when you're riding it, in a double mag pouch. You don't have the problem where you would with two of the older style, touching each other up there and pushing away from each other and creating that gap. You can imagine with the newer style, they're going to get right in close to each other. I really like the idea of being able to mark your mags easily with the little dots there. Do that with a paint marker or whatever. So that's a quick little introduction to the Magpul PMAG 30 M3, third generation of the Magpul PMAG. Thanks for watching.
The guys and gals of GunWebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thanks for watching GunWebsites.com.